Hi there, welcome to ICYMI Gaming News, where I'm going to talk about stuff that happened last week. So, in case you missed it, this is kind of some of the things that happened between September 3rd and September 9th. So I'm going to go ahead and just start off with LA Noire, a detective game which I loved playing on the Xbox 360. It also was available on the PS3 and the PC. I have the PC version, it just doesn't work. And I don't have the patience to try and fix it. So the idea that it will be coming to this newest console generation actually it feels good. There's good news too, is that it's also going to be released on the Nintendo Switch. The bad news of that being that the Nintendo Switch version, if you get the physical copy of it, is going to cost you extra. It's kind of a tax, I guess, on the cartridges, which I guess are kind of expensive to make. It'll include some visual upgrades and things like that, obviously. I don't know if that's going to translate into the Switch version, but on the Xbox One and the PS4, it's going to look better. And then the other thing is it'll include all the download content and all the extra stuff, which is kind of cool. And they're actually going to make cases, I think, for VR. I don't know what that'll include, but something to look forward to. It's a great game, and I honestly, I can't recommend it more. It was one of the ones that I remember talking and gushing about a lot when I was working at GameStop, and I told a lot of people to play it, and unfortunately they all wanted to play GTA or Call of Duty. So, and Skyrim. Those are the games that I sold a ton of. All the games that I wanted people to buy, they never did. But I'm not bitter about it. But anyways, so let's jump. Really, what was the biggest thing that happened last week? I'm not going to lie. It was Destiny 2. Destiny 2 released. And I remember saying that I wasn't going to play it at launch, and then Jennifer went out and decided that she wanted it, so she bought it, and then she bought me a copy because she wanted me to play with her. And I didn't put up much of a fight, because when your wife tells you that she wants to buy you a video game, you don't argue, because you're married. And you take these opportunities when you get them. So, I am playing Destiny 2 now, and it's not bad. There are things that annoy me about it, but it's not a bad game. So, I guess therein lies the news. I am a little upset because they're still doing maintenance on it right now, and I'd like to play it, but they've been doing maintenance for like 7 hours now, and I have to wait. I'm not a patient person, okay? So, yeah, you'll see a review within the next week or so, probably, as I cobble together some information on it, and then also get some of Jennifer's input, because she actually wanted to help me write, which I always take the opportunity to get her help on that stuff, because I really like the stuff that she writes. So, moving on from there, another game release that happened last week was Knack 2, which admittedly probably fell in the cracks a little bit compared to Destiny 2, but a lot of people were really excited for Knack for some reason. I've heard that it's not as bad as the original Knack, which really isn't saying much. And depending on who you ask, it's either a decent game or it's not that bad. I haven't heard anyone rave about it, but I mean, the good news is that with Knack 2 having come out, maybe PlayStation Plus members will get the first one for free. I wouldn't count on it though. But I mean, if you're really hurting for a platformer and you just want to get some good, like, childlike fun out of a game, buy Ratchet and Clank, because Knack 2 isn't worth $60 right now. In other news, CSGO Lotto, you know, the whole controversy over gambling and not disclosing their ties to the website. T. Martin and whatever the other dude's name was, they, I guess, got off the hook. No fines, nothing. They basically don't face any charges, don't have to pay any fines, nothing. Which is just, it's just stupid. You know, you lure people into gambling on something, and then you don't face any consequences for that. Even if the people gambling are underage, and even if you run that gambling website, and even if you lie about your affiliation with that gambling website. So they got away with it, basically. Which is kind of crap, but... So in other crappy news, we're going to talk about a game that you probably never heard of, and that's called The Tomorrow Children, which is also, it was an online free-to-play game, and it's no longer going to be online, or you won't be able to play it because they're going to take it offline. It was a PlayStation console exclusive, so for the PS4, people could go online and play it. It was like a kind of Cold War-esque style game where you run around and you try to defend your communist village against attacks by monsters and stuff like that. And you work together to move your community to the next level by gathering resources. Well, it didn't do too well, I guess. So they are taking it down in October. And so that's the big news from last week regarding the Tomorrow Children, is that they basically are taking it offline permanently. So you'll never be able to play the game again, which I guess, depending on your feelings on the game, may or may not be a bad thing. Still kind of sucks for people who did enjoy it, if there were people who did enjoy it, which I'm sure there were. It's always a bad thing, in my opinion, when you see something like that taken offline. Not to leave things on a bad note, I want to leave things on a good note. I want you guys to be happy. So what I'm about to tell you next may leave you a little warm and fuzzy in your heart, and that is CD Projekt Red, the developers behind The Witcher, and The Witcher 2, and The Witcher 3, and Gwent, the card game, which is currently, I think, still in beta. They've put together a 10-year anniversary video clip for you, and it's kind of heartwarming to watch. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description there so you can take a look at it. I kind of got a little choked up watching it because I really enjoyed the Witcher series, and it's a nice thing to end things on, because it's a great game made by what I feel is one of the better companies in the industry, and to see them do something like this where they basically thank their fans, it just feels good, and it's nice to see. And I'd like to see more developers and publishers do something like this, where they give a thank you out to the people who make everything worth making, I guess. So go watch the video and stay tuned for my Destiny 2 review, which I promise won't be super critical. I'm not gonna be easy on it, but I'm not gonna be a jackass about it. Thank you for watching, and most of all, thank you for continuing to support me by enabling me and watching my videos and reading my posts. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to making more of this sort of thing for you guys. And if you did like this video, make sure to hit the like button wherever it is, and share it, and subscribe, and go visit Falcon Game Reviews and watch me play The Long Dark and stuff like that. I will be playing other games as well, so don't worry, it's not just about The Long Dark. I might be playing Ghost Recon at some point. So, thank you. Have a good day.